bro, relax.
Y'all some fools.
There we are. Alright, damn, the energy sucks. Alright, let's do this. Alright, welcome to Urbn Desi's podcast episode, I believe 7. We are back in Jersey after a 2-week hiatus with a new Subin and same Vic.
Yo.
What's going on, new Subin? I'm your host, Urbn. With me, I have new Subin.
My name's Akil.
This is my friend Akil. And we have Vic with us. Back. Akil's sitting here putting up random gang signs, doing Subin type activities. Yeah.
Don't know who I'm looking at, man.
You can look at me, you can look there. Wait, oh my god, did I share with you guys the Subin DM slide?
Nah.
I felt so much clout in that moment.
Why, they're like, oh, I know Aaron?
No, oh my god, I feel like I'm snitching right now, but I'm gonna say this. So Subin, unscrupulously, this is a terrible way to start this podcast, right? But I feel like people should understand this story. Subin, matches with a female, a woman, on Tinder.
Yeah. Woman or female?
Well, the same thing. Alright? So, he matches with a girl on Tinder, and this girl is like, hey, I recognize you. And he's like, oh yeah, like I'm from Jersey, I'm like familiar. And then she's like, no, aren't you on that podcast with those guys? Right? Subin, being the clown that he is, was all like, hey, did I make you laugh on that podcast, right? And she was like, haha. And then he was all like, hey, how about this? Like, you add me on Instagram. She's all like, shout me out on the podcast and I'll do more, right?
Oh, weird.
And then me and Kunj made the joke like, what's she gonna do more? Add you on Facebook? But I felt immense levels of clout because I had no idea who this girl was. Listen, Subin, gotten but not forgotten. This podcast gave him benefit. We didn't get paid, but it got him potentially more and an Instagram follow. But anyway, that's not how we want to start this podcast. I just completely snitched on Subin.
Akil was next.
Akil's next. Akil's gonna be the new Subin.
What?
Akil's gonna be the new neck victim.
Neck. First of all, neck sounds like
something
else.
That's a trash terminology. I'm a neck you, right? Because we know what neck is.
I don't know if Coon's listening, but
that's a trash terminology. Yeah. Anyway, let's start this podcast off right. Already fucked up the start, but so anyway, we're here. A lot has happened in the last 2 weeks that we haven't been here, but there's way too much stuff to actually touch on. But there are a couple of things that I wanted to start with. I figured this is I feel like I don't have enough content for this to be like super in-depthy conversation, but it's a good time to crack some jokes, make fun of some people, mostly Akil, aka New Subin. So anyway, let's get the sad stuff out of the way. Rest in peace to John MCain. I think
he's a real one.
He is. I think.
Fuck Trump.
Yo, he literally said like, all of y'all can show up at my funeral
Just
except
make sure
for Trump.
doesn't come. Yeah, that's fly.
Yeah, I heard bits of like the Biden like speech at his like eulogy at his funeral, and like you realize like the thing that kept coming up in my head was the I remember when he was running against Obama, and I think it was like a town hall thing. This woman goes like,
"Oh, the Facebook video."
Yeah, he's an Arab terrorist, right? And John MCain like grabs the mic from the woman and was like, "No, ma'am. Like me and him have differences of opinion, right? But he's a patriot. He's an American, right?" And I thought that like little segment was very indicative of his character as like his career, like justified. I think a lot of young people, like me included, like we look at somebody who's on the opposite side of like the political spectrum and immediately cast them off as the enemy, right? There's different approaches to getting similar results, but I think the way he did it, the way it was classy, right? A lot classier than the recent presidential election that we had, right? But it's just, rest in peace to John MCain. That was, something that like I like saw it. It was crazy too, because I got the I got the notification the night before saying that he was gonna stop treatment, and then the next day
Oh, yeah,
he
that's
died.
what he did, right? He stopped treatment and then he died. Something.
Yeah, but it was surprising that it was like literally right after, right? Like usually when somebody says they stop treatment, you expect to like maybe like have a month, like something like that. But yeah, rest in peace to John MCain. In the past week, this is a little older and this is a little bit more local, right? Something that like really like made me happy this past week was in a happy and in a I don't know how to describe it, but just like happy, just pride. Recently, somebody from the town of North Brunswick like went missing. Somebody who went to like our high school. It was somebody that I didn't really know. Like I know her brother, right? And thankfully, like she was found and she's like safe and everything's okay. But the thing that really like made me appreciate that was like I looked through my like Instagram and like my Facebook, right? And it was literally everyone from our town.
Sure.
Everyone from our town, right? Like kids older, kids younger, like literally everyone from our town. People who didn't know her, and I was like, damn. Like I felt like a sense of like, wow, like our town, like there's a sense of community that like I feel like a lot of places like you don't get. So that was something that just like made me happy this past week. I was like, yo. But word, past like some of the serious stuff, let's get into it. I think the big thing in music this week was Eminem dropped yesterday. Eminem dropped surprise album, Kamikaze. Let's just talk about that opening song. He came out.
You heard it?
Huh?
Akil, you heard it?
I read the summary.
Wikipedia it real quick.
Before I just know he went at Drake and a bunch of other people.
Word.
I think the way that he came, right, and people are saying that this was obviously a lot better than the last album that he put out, right, which the consensus was garbage. Yeah. It should have been like not Revival because that didn't revive his career at all. He took a lot of shots in typical old school M fashion, right? Like really went at him, really came at basically everyone, right? And he came in typical Eminem fashion in terms of being funny, being humorous, right? And I think that's what real Eminem fans like want, right? Like Eminem's been always a mainstream hit as well, but I think he's at his best obviously when he's coming at everybody.
What did you think about the two skits? The first one where Paul calls him up, tells him it's gonna be a slippery slope because you make Kamikaze to address the album, and then you make a Kamikaze 2 to address Kamikaze 1, and then you gotta make a Kamikaze 3 to address Kamikaze 2, and it's just like it just like keeps going downhill because you just want to keep addressing people.
I think.
So do you think he should have just like, he's Eminem, so fuck it, he's like one of the greatest of all time, just let it be, or do you think this was necessary?
I think after the last album there had to be some response.
I don't think he needs number 2, to be fair. I mean, like who's gonna respond at a Little Pump? Maybe Drake will respond. Other than that.
I don't think that, like, even the Drake shots, like, some of the shots I definitely think were filled with, like, anger, right? But, like, at the same measure, like, he did shout out, like, Drake, J. Cole, and Kendrick, right?
Sean,
I believe Sean, too, right? Just because, that Michigan connection. Yeah, maybe, right?
Yeah, they're both from Detroit.
Detroit, yeah. But, like, so, realistically, like, I read a good article where it was, like, he sent one of the biggest blows in the whole like generational gap between like old school, new school, right? Like everyone's always been dancing around the idea, commentating around it, right? Like, oh, I don't fuck with it. But nobody on I think M's level has like actually came out and just actual verbal assault on that, right? He took what?
J. Cole kind of did, right? 1985.
Oh yeah, Cole I think so, and then like he had that whole convo with like Lil Pump where he like tried to bridge the gap or whatever. That's super trash.
Yeah, that was a trash interview.
It was a terrible interview,
that was so garbage.
But I think this was like the first one where it was like, yo, like just straight verbally attacked, right? And then you think like, realistically, nobody wants to battle with M, right?
Yeah.
Ever, right? Even as an old school like people who were quote unquote like lyricists like never wanted to battle with M.
Did you hear Charlamagne's response?
On
Breakfast Club?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Do you want to like,
He was like, so this was a good album, and like I'm proud that he quoted me, and I don't know, like, I guess the way Charlemagne is, but it kind of pisses me off sometimes, because, like, you can't be like, yo, his last album was trash, and then he's like, oh, I'm proud he quoted me, and, like, he was,
Why
like,
can't you do
dissing
that?
him. Because he dissed him. I want a response.
If I think your last album's trash, I don't care. Like, your last album was trash, right?
But, like, I want a response, like...
Why?
So Eminem called him trash afterwards. Give me Donkey of the Day. Fuck it. Like, do whatever you want to do. And he's like...
I mean, this is why I don't think it's a slippery slope, right? Because he addressed the criticism, right? But what's the what, if any, what is the criticism on this album? I mean, granted, it did come out like 2 days ago, right?
Yeah.
But what is the criticism on that album? It doesn't exist, right? Like, oh, you took shots at people, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think it's like something where it's like...
musically, it's not like a classic or anything.
This one?
I don't think so, yeah.
I mean, yeah...
Martial
I
Mathers
would listen
is
to
a classic.
it, to be fair.
Yeah. It's not a classic, but
I
wouldn't give it classic.
I don't think people are saying that it is that, right? I don't think it's meant to be this like cohesive like body of work, right? I think it's supposed to be like a therapy album, right? Where I'm taking out everything that like every critic, everything, like I'm addressing that in this album, and then
So it's like relapse.
I think it's just like something before like his actual album.
Really? I thought the opposite.
Oh, you think this is his
shit.
actual?
I think this is the last.
Wait, you think this is
Oh,
the last album?
Kamikaze's Japanese suicide bombers, right?
Yeah. I think this might be his last album.
I don't think so.
I think about it, right? And the only reason I say that is because of that skit, right? You think that, because they're mentioning, like, oh, like, as in a comical way, in a satirical way, like, oh, you have to make a Kamikaze 2, a Kamikaze 3, right?
Yeah.
But then the beauty of it is that this is it, right? Like, walk off, right?
Yeah.
Your last at-bat wasn't good. This album was more of a therapy thing, right? And you realize that, like, this might just be it, right? He addressed everything that he wanted to address, right? His career has been cemented, right? Like, there's nothing left to accomplish in the game.
But look at the industry. So Paul Rosenberg just took over Def Jam, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna need like people to put out albums and.
That's not gonna be it. M has a separate deal though
with
Aftermath.
Yeah.
I mean, he has that's not under Def Jam.
But
so
Paul's
like
his boy. So
no, definitely.
gotta, like, do
but
something.
I think.
So do you think it's like done, no features, nothing, or do you think he's still gonna like pop up like?
Pop up maybe, right? In typical M fashion, right? Pop, drop a verse here, right? But I don't think there's a future project. At least now, right? I don't think this was like a I think this is like, in his head, I think that this is the be-all, end-all album, right? In terms of, I'm walking off, like I addressed everything that needed to be addressed, and this is it for me, right?
I don't think so.
What else is there to gain?
I think he's gonna drop an album. He's
I
just
thought this was like the way to like trying to get his name popping.
I agree with that more. Yeah.
You think so? Like,
I don't know.
Kamikaze, like just like think about it, a kamikaze fighter, like they know that when they're about to die, they go out in their own way. They set the terms of their own, like, demise essentially, right? And he's essentially kind of doing that, right?
It might also be like because he's going out at a lot of people.
That's why it's called
industry and
kamikaze.
everything.
Yeah.
Like he's hurting his career as well, right?
Yeah, exactly, right? Like in terms of relationships and all of that. Also, like, I don't think like M is in a position anymore where he really needs relationships like that, right? Like in terms of
rich.
Well, he doesn't even know like Drake and shit.
Yeah, no,
I'm
like,
sure like that.
I'm sure the people he had features on the album, right? But they were like people that like not huge. Like, he didn't.
Yeah,
It wasn't like a
Royce.
Beyonce or Ed Sheeran. He had Royce. He had Joyner Lucas.
That song was fire.
Yeah, the
Joyner
Lucas,
killed it.
The Joyner Lucas
Yeah.
joint was good. I'm glad that Joyner is getting the recognition right now.
Royce's song was fire too.
Yeah, but Royce is Royce. Always
Yeah,
bodies.
That clip was good.
Yeah, but that was like, for the M thing, like, I had thought about it for a while, and I was just like realistically now, right, from an objective point of view, taking away like our personal preferences for music, where do you have
Like among
rappers
shit, taking away our personal
preferences? Like, by rapper, I don't mean like lyricist, right? Like career, like obviously
Top
like
5.
career.
Top 5.
No, yeah.
Who's lasted as long as M? And like.
No.
Tiffany.
I'm assuming top 5, right?
Yeah.
No, but that's the discussion that I'm trying to have, right? Like in that like echelon of like Jay, Wayne, right? Like people who have been
Because Jay-Z
around.
and Lil Wayne are still somewhat relevant compared to Eminem right now.
You
Well,
would
right
say-
now,
you would say
like
Wayne.
today,
Yeah.
Eminem is more than Wayne right now.
You-
After
you would say-
Oh
Kamikaze.
yeah, because he didn't.
After
yeah.
Kamikaze.
You
yeah.
you would say Wayne is still relevant?
Yeah, bro, Lil Wayne. He's.
Yeah, he's so
I also
relevant.
have a bias to be fair.
He was just at Summer Jam.
I don't think the kids like today are like waiting on a Wayne album,
Carter 5.
Yeah.
That's
wow,
us.
Yeah.
right?
Oh, I guess.
That's us, right?
Yeah.
I don't think if you're like 16, 17, right? Like you're waiting on a Wayne album, right? The same way that people wait for like a Trav album,
Yeah.
I don't think they're waiting
No,
on
I'm
a
not
Wayne
saying the
album.
hype is the same. I mean, Jay-Z when he dropped, a lot of people who were listening. Obviously, it might have been us too, but
Yeah, I still, but I
I
try
feel
to
like there's a little hype in like the old school, like not Eminem necessarily, but Jay-Z and Lil Wayne have like a different. Lil Wayne is kind of like Lil Wayne's up here, but it's like Lil Pump and all them, right?
Oh, he's like
I mean,
the big
you-
flow.
yeah.
I mean,
He's a boss.
like Wayne,
He's the boss
Wayne
now.
influenced a lot of music, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm
like,
saying.
so including that whole breed of rappers, right?
Yo, you know what's crazy? So I went to G-Eazy concert
Okay.
yesterday or 2 days
Jeezy
ago.
or Jeezy?
G-Eazy.
The white dude.
Yeah, the white dude. But like Ty Dolla $ign was there, Lil Uzi was there. It was a dope concert. Like they killed it. G-Eazy came on. I was like, I know like 2 of these songs.
Yeah.
So fuck it. So like Lil Uzi missed his set or whatever because his flight was late. So he had to take half a G-Eazy set. But during his like actual set, they played music in the background and they played "Take Care" Drake. And like there was like all these high school kids around me, and none of them knew like
Yeah.
any of the lyrics to "Take Care." And I was like, that's crazy. That's fucking Drake.
That's how it is now.
And
right?
they think like Drake is like
Anything with Drake.
they think Drake is like started to pop with like Future and shit. Cause that's when they started listening to him.
Yeah, that's when Spotify and all became mainstream.
Yeah, that's when like the streaming.
That's when you really start to see your age when the kids like the albums that you really fucked with, right?
Yeah,
Like,
and I'm listening to like Take Care, I'm
Lost
like
or
bumping, and they're all like,
lost relevance.
"What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Damn."
Speaking of G-Eazy, I saw that G-Eazy and Machine Gun Kelly had their
Oh yeah, they
public
had a
beef, right?
Yeah,
I don't know what it stems from. Is it just because like we're the only two white people in the game, so like we're the only people who can say anything to each other,
Yeah,
right? Like,
Eminem, the whole Eminem, this
Yeah,
Machine
he
Gun
does-
Kelly and
yeah.
some shit.
Well,
Yeah.
MGK went at Eminem first
yeah.
at an interview after a revival, and then he went back.
It's
down.
just funny.
So it's like all the white people.
I'm be honest. I think lyrically speaking, Eminem, MGK, and G's.
Yeah, thank you for
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Damn, I have a heated discussion about that. Like, thank you for saying something we all agree with.
Like, Jeezy, it doesn't like Eminem and MGK are in a similar, conversation.
They like rap, like
They rap,
Rap.
Yeah.
versus Jeezy was.
But I would,
Jeezy makes
but I
sense.
would say G-Eazy is more relevant
yeah,
than MGK right now.
for sure.
Well, I think he makes better music.
I think so as well. I think he makes more easily consumed music, meaning like
yeah,
I could play it at a party, whereas like MGK, like I don't want to hear your angry voice talking about
Yeah.
how you
yeah.
know,
The only two I know 2 songs, Wild
Yeah.
Boy and
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Wild Boy. Yeah.
yeah, Wild Boys, still an anthem. Yeah, that was just some fuck shit. Yeah, but I never got an answer from you guys like in that discussion, right? Where's M? Let's try to make the consensus, right? I would put J as number 1 on that list
I agree.
Fair enough.
of
Yeah.
careers,
Yeah,
Drake.
longevity, everything, right?
Drake.
Not yet.
It's been so long. All right, you gotta put Wayne before Drake, and then you could do Wayne. Drake.
Yeah, I would say that. In
But then
terms
if
of
you- if
in
you
terms
do
of
that-
like if they all retired right now, right? Who had the best? Like who would have the better overarching career?
But then if you do that, you gotta put Nicki on there too.
Nicki.
Yeah.
I think she's falling off.
She started at the same
Nah.
time that
Wayne. and
She you
Drake.
have
Drake
no
started.
but Nicki has one album.
she has
No,
multiple
it's just Pink
albums. bro.
Reloaded, the one with the print, and then
Pink Print.
the Roman Reloaded.
Roman Reloaded,
The whole series.
Pink Print, and then like all the Roman Revenge, all that shit.
Yeah, but those are all just like recuts of the same albums.
I-
This is what Nicki's
I never
third
listened to
studio
them.
album.
What?
Check
Oh,
what
no.
studio album this is for Nicki.
Then why is she so popular? She's been out for like a long time.
Yeah, I think she made like pop hits, right? Like all of that,
Yeah,
right?
she's pop and she was pop and rap. That's why she became.
Yeah, I
So
think
she
that's.
made 3 albums in all the time she's been here.
Yeah,
That's why
what
I
fuck?
said Nicki.
Nah, like I can't put Nicki in the top 5 of careers right now. That's wild. There's so many people that like
Oh yeah, this is her third. What the fuck?
Oh,
This is
shit,
her third.
really? All right,
Pink
I take that
Friday,
back.
that was-
Pink
Yeah,
Friday.
I take that back. Yeah.
yeah. So this is only her third album. I can't.
Wait, that's fucking insane.
Yeah, and I would say in the sense,
only the two first were good. Pink Print, I don't remember.
Pink Print was like slept on. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Big Print was that song
and then-
with
Drake
truffle butter.
yeah, and then
that
Queen is
one.
still the jury is still out, right? So you've had what 2 right? Or
Good albums.
1.5 good albums, right?
Yeah.
That have been popular received. I can't put Nicki in that convo. I would put Jay
Wayne.
Lil Wayne.
as
Careers?
number 2.
I don't know about number two, but he's so
Number 2.
As of right now, he gotta be number two, right? Unless you could think of someone else.
Well, Biggie died.
Yeah,
Nah.
Biggie.
Pac
too.
died.
I would, but like you can't do that career wise, right?
Well, they
Like,
died, so like. you
Yeah.
can't really-
I'm trying to think. I would argue that Drake probably career wise,
Yeah.
right now,
Yeah.
right? Because Drake did something that like I don't think just Wayne had the opportunity
He's not
to
above
do. Which
Eminem though.
what?
Drake. I think it's J.M.
Drake, Wayne.
Drake. No, I think Wayne Drake.
Yeah.
Wayne had Wayne changed.
No,
more.
longer. But I look at
Kanye.
Oh,
Kanye.
Kanye.
I forgot.
Career wise,
So that's
people.
yeah. Kanye would probably be the.
I don't know about 50 Cent, to be fair.
No.
I wouldn't put 50
Yeah, I wouldn't
in
put
that
50 Cent.
discussion.
I only
Chris
like-
Brown, he's not a rapper.
Rapper, but Brown's career's been crazy,
Yeah.
right? All right.
He's been on since like 16.
Yeah, he's been
Insane.
popping
Yeah.
since then.
He's only like 20.
Alright, I'm off it. Alright, we good. Alright, we got our top 5. Which
M's-
is,
M's
so
up.
M's up.
Yeah,
That was
M's
the
up,
point of that
yeah.
discussion, right? Another just big news, like big shout out. Joe Budden got his deal. It's a little late now because we're doing a later podcast, right? But I think it's a huge, huge, huge step that Spotify would put as much money as what visibly looks like a lot of money into
Joe Budden.
into Joe Budden, but into more importantly like a hip hop podcast.
I like the way he did it though. He didn't take like all the little ass deals,
Yeah.
and then he like waited.
Yo, that shit was super inspirational. I
Yeah.
felt inspired. I was like, wow, I need to inspire my friends better. Like hearing him
Yeah,
talk,
you
I was
should.
like, damn, Joe's super inspirational. Like I should inspire my friends.
Because he's been hanging
Have
out
you
with
listened
P.
to
Diddy.
his podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an avid Joe Budden podcast listener.
I
I
listened to a couple of them.
Yeah, I just think like, just hearing the like his like path towards like that deal was important. I think it's like super. I think it's a huge step that Spotify put as much money as they are putting behind it. Like he has the billboard on 42nd, like that huge billboard right on top of the what is the NBC building, right?
Yeah.
That's his face, right?
Yeah, I think that Spotify is also probably trying to get into the podcast game, right?
Yeah.
'Cause right now they're good with music streaming, but eventually they're going to have to make some more money.
Well, they had a problem with that too, because they were getting sued for publishing.
Yeah.
Because they didn't. I think they didn't pay like.
the record.
Yeah, the record.
I think every platform now has like a staple podcast.
Rap
Tidal
Radar.
has Rap Radar, right?
What about Apple Music?
Apple Music has
Beats Radio.
Beats
Radio.
One, right?
Yeah.
Beats One Radio. Nicki's Queen shit is on that too. We'll
So
talk
it's
about
like
that later.
Travis, Weekend.
Yeah, they all do their like solo things, right? But like
Ebro.
Ebro is on
Yeah.
it a little bit, right? Zane Lowe is, I believe, on Apple,
Zane Lowe's on
right?
it, Yeah.
But Spotify is taking a big stab at it in terms of competition, right?
I think so.
Yeah, like I think the Joe Budden podcast will be one of their anchors, and the way that was described, it sounds like Joe Budden's plan is to have like a set of podcasts on like, on the deal.
Okay, so just not one like he has now.
So now he has his own, right? But I know like Grassroots, who's his boy Brandon, right?
The white dude or
No, that's Rory. Brandon's like a guy who runs the Grassroots podcast, but I believe they're bringing them on as well, right? And eventually, the plan sounds like he's building a network, right, of podcasts.
bless you.
Thank you.
So I guess it's good he left Complex.
Yeah.
It's crazy how how you know God's plan just works out. Right? Damn, fuck, I can't even say God's plan anymore without sounding like a Drake stan.
Whatever. Yeah, because he left Complex and be like, oh, his career's done. You know, who's gonna watch his small YouTube videos? And now I guess he's doing well.
And you see people's short-term memory. I remember the interview that he did 2 years ago or 3 years ago now
Lil Yachty?
on Hot 97,
Oh, where he like
where he walked out.
Oh,
He wilded.
when
walked
he did
out.
Rage in the Machine.
Yeah, when he did, yeah.
when he did
So
that
he like
promo.
completely like shot on there. He fired his the person who was on the podcast then, right? He was wilding,
Melissa.
right?
Mendez.
Melissa Mendez, right?
Yeah.
He fired her, and like I was like, wow, right? Like people were like shitting on him then, right? Like Joe Budden's irrelevant, blah blah blah, and now people are affectionately calling him Uncle Joe, right?
Yeah.
He's become a staple in hip hop. With that, on a related note, he also announced his co-host for
Remy Ma.
So the co-host was Remy Ma for his new show on Revolt, State of the Culture. What do you guys think about that? Remy Ma is
I think it's two loud people on camera, and I'm excited to see it.
I think that was the thought process and the decision making, right? But at some level, I just think like, is it too loud?
I think it's like even their perspectives I think are too similar. I'm not too sure about Remy Ma, but pretty sure Joe Budden's like old school, and so is Remy Ma.
Yeah, Remy Ma both have those New York backgrounds.
Yeah,
so
right?
you think like academics?
Yeah,
you got
like Budden.
So you think that's like better than Remy Ma and Budden?
Yeah.
I think so. I think because that friction was just entertaining, right? Because you got to see Joe Budden just rip academics apart every podcast, right? Yeah. Or every everyday struggle show. But it's an interesting pick. I would think I like the rationale of picking like a woman, right? Just so you got like different-ish perspective, right? Yeah. But we'll see how that plays out. I'm excited to watch it, right? Just because I'm excited to see like what the format of the show will be like. They're really playing into that whole like State of the Union aesthetic, right? But we'll see how like that actually displays as a show, right?
Why do you think they didn't have a third person like moderator for this one?
I think they do. I think they're adding somebody.
There's probably no one famous.
I think it's Scotty Beam actually.
Oh really?
I read that somewhere. Yeah. So it's interesting. We'll see how that plays out.
Is she still on Hot 97?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Maybe.
I know he was like.
I know she does like sparse interviews here and there.
He takes like shots at Rosenberg all the time. Peter.
Yeah. I mean.
Oh, Joe Budden and him have beef, right?
Who?
Peter Rosenberg.
Yeah.
I think supposed beef.
We'll see.
Alleged.
Yeah, allegedly. Yeah, but that was like super nice to see. Have y'all seen, I know this has been a huge thing on my radar. I haven't seen it yet, but the plan is to see it tonight. Crazy Rich Asians.
Yeah, I saw it. Bro, it's a chick flick.
Is it?
It seems like it. Because the chick is trying to, get the dude.
Yo, it's a
y'all not fans of chick flicks?
No, I'm not chick flicks.
Yeah, that was some
I think Slumdog.
toxic masculinity right there. I'm not.
Nah, bro.
Y'all got super defensive.
Nah. I watched like Avengers, so like that's about it.
That's your chick flick? That's your chick flick of choice?
That's your closest chick
when
flick.
when you bring the girl back, you put on some Avengers. That's the mood. That's the Netflix and
like,
chill go-to.
I watch girl shows. I'll put it there. So.
What does that mean? What is a girl show? Some crazy toxic masculinity.
Nah, like Gossip Girl. It literally says girl in it. One Tree Hill I watched.
Yeah, but you too masculine.
90210 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it. That's all I can remember.
Word. You should watch Crazy Rich Asians. You probably like it.
Nah.
Yo, y'all are trash. I was trying to celebrate, like, yo, we got a full Asian cast, right? Like, y'all are trash.
Honestly, Slumdog Millionaire was better.
I mean,
storytelling.
Won Oscars and shit, bro. Like, that's a pretty high bar. I mean, this got like a 93 on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm sure it'll be.
It's doing well.
Yeah, it's doing well. Like, I'm excited to see it.
But I think it's doing more well because it's a full Asian cast versus maybe the plot.
Yeah, the plot wasn't great.
I think from a revenue point of view, I think like people like definitely want to see.
I don't
like,
think it's gonna get an Oscar.
You don't think?
I never seen the movie.
Okay.
If they get like an Oscar for acting or some shit, I'm gonna be kind of tight. I don't think he deserve that. Maybe like if they give him like Best Picture because like all Asian cast and like they did all that.
That would be huge. That won't happen just because the Oscars are way too white.
Yeah.
I mean, Black Panther should get it too.
Huh?
Black Panther should definitely get it then.
Yeah, I think Black Panther. I don't know. It's like so hard, like, because those like Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Marvel movies compared to like those super artsy films, right? Where like 5 people have watched it in the world, and those 5 people are the people on the Oscar committee. Like, that won't happen, but we'll see.
Like all the Marvel movies are more like revenue based, right? Compared to.
Yeah, definitely. It's a huge money making machine, right? Rage in the Machine.
What the fuck?
No, it was all tying back in my head. It was definitely like, I don't know, it was just nice to see that like it's doing well with like an all Asian cast, right? Like I'm glad it's getting the attention that it deserves. Yeah. Damn.
I'm just watching on DVD.
Alright, bro. You don't wanna support your
Bro,
fellow Asians.
the last movie I watched was Avengers, and before that, it was like the other Avenger thing.
Damn, you don't really be out, do you?
Nah, I don't really watch movies like that. Bro. That's like 3 hours of my time. I got things to do.
Damn, that's
I'm busy, man.
You're really the trash, fake, cool person. Like, oh, I got things to do.
Bro,
You know?
I can't commit 3 hours. What if I gotta do something in that 3 hours? That's like too much.
I won't even get into like why that logic is off, right? Like,
What are you doing in those 3
you have a
hours?
before those 3 hours and then after those 3 hours.
Bro, what if someone's like, hey, yo, bro, you wanna chill? And I'm in the movie. I'm like, what the? I can't, like, hop out.
Wait, so you don't go to the movie theater?
Not too much.
Bro, you can apply that to any point in your life. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I'm about to go take a shit. My bad. What if I can't take a shit?
Yeah.
In
What about
about 15
another
minutes, that
15
takes me to
minutes?
take
Yeah.
this
No,
shit.
no, this is difference, man. Like, short time commitment. Shits don't take 3 hours.
No, I haven't had some crazy shits.
No, not
I've never had a 3 hour shift, bro. You gotta get checked.
Yo, y'all ever do that thing where you just sit on and just like
Oh,
take a
go on
shit
your phone?
go on your
Yeah,
phone, and then
yeah.
like your like legs start going numb
Yeah,
from being on the toilet
my
for too
legs
long,
start-
and that's when you know. Like that's your body telling
But
you
you
like
can't get up, because then you just go.
Yeah. There you go.
Ain't that funny?
Damn, you should ad lib, bro.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. If anyone drops a mixtape that I know of, I gotta join in for the
Got
ad
it.
libs.
Word.
I'm not gonna rap, to be fair.
If I had a rap career, you would definitely be on my skits as like that crazy crackhead dude.
What?
Like I would use
Yo,
your,
that'd be
I would
fire.
use your voice as the crazy crackhead voice.
Bro, you get one
Yo,
press.
yo, speaking of crackheads, were you there for? Kunch told me that crackhead story in California where the guy was trying to transfer you guys $2 million on the beach.
No.
Oh, yo, so Kunch, I'm gonna tell the story all the way wrong, but it's okay. Kunch is like, yo, there's like LA crackheads are like a different type of crackheads, right? So he was apparently on Venice Beach, and this crackhead comes up to him and he's like, yo, what's up, man? Like, he's like, yo, where do you go to school? Blah blah blah, like all of that, right? And the guy's like, yo, come with me, right? I'll transfer you $2 million today, right here, right now, right?
Okay, I've heard the people say that. I just
He's like, I'll take you to, like, what bank you got, right? And then Kunj makes up some random Russian bank that he's a part of, right? He's like, yo, I know one right around the corner, right? Let's go to that. I'll transfer you $2 million right now, right? Give me your account number, right? And then Kunj was like, he's like, I can't do that now, but how about I come back tomorrow? And the guy's like, yeah, you come back right here tomorrow, right? And I'll transfer you $2 million, right?
Why $2 million? That seems like a way too high of a price.
Yeah.
No, he wanted to transfer Kunj $2 million, right? And obviously, like, the guy was trying to, like, rob Kunj or something, right?
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm all like, dude, this dude actually thought this plan was gonna work. Like,
Yo, he's a crackhead.
no, but I realized the difference between New York crackheads and LA crackheads, right? Is that New York crackheads have thought out their plans, right? Like, these LA crackheads are they're too optimistic, right? Because living in LA made them too optimistic, right?
$2 million?
Yeah, like they were like, damn, if I go there and he takes me to his bank
Like 20K.
and puts in his account number, then I can rob him, right? Like, you did not give that shit any thought,
Yeah.
right?
New
Like,
York crackheads will just like stab you. Fuck it.
bro, New York crackheads their money making scheme is better. Like, New York crackheads will be like, yo, here's my mixtape.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that mixtape was $5, bro.
That shit happened to me one time. I was walking, someone's like, hey, you want my mixtape? I'm like, nah, dog. He's like, it's free. I was like, I might as well take it. He's offering, don't want to disrespect him. Then he's like, hey, yo, $5 for the signature. I'm like, what? He's like, I'll sign it and you give me $5. I'm like, nah, bro, I want the signature. He's like, get the CD back. I'm like, here you go. He's like, and then I kind of like, almost hit someone, so I twirled around. And I guess he thought it was disrespect. He's like, hey, yo, what are you talking about? I was like, nah, bro, I'm out. It's just like a block of people. That makes sense.
Y'all ever get taken so bad that you felt embarrassed and you just didn't tell anybody? I'm gonna expose some people. So me and Asaf, so this is when we worked at Asaf's like dad's store, right? So Asaf's dad would give us like $14 for like lunch, right? Like we would just end up getting Chipotle, right?
Bro, boy.
Like we would just get Chipotle each, like $7, get a bowl,
Oh, yeah.
right? So we got the money and then we were walking to the Chipotle. On our walk to Chipotle, these two
Where?
Jersey crackheads. Now these are New Brunswick crackheads. They're a lot smarter. They're like
New Brunswick.
they're college educated, right? They're college educated
Right,
crackheads, right?
Yeah.
Airheads?
They come back. They come in. They come to me and I said, "It's like, yo, look, praise the Lord, I'm selling these things, chocolates,
The
right?
baseball team?
I'm selling chocolates to the baseball team. These two old ass crackheads, right? And then they're like, he's like, here's the Snickers, right? And then he's like, here, let's just buy one, right? And we're under the assumption it's probably like $1, right?
$5.
He gives him the Snickers look thing, and he's like, "Alright, man, that's like $7.95." Right?
What the fuck?
And then Asaf just like gives it to him, right? And then those dudes walk away, and then they're like, and now we're at a dilemma.
You can't even buy a Chipotle bowl.
We're at the dilemma now, right? We don't have enough money for this Chipotle anymore, right?
Subway, bro.
So no, we don't even have that money. There's 2 of us, and there's only $7 left in the budget, right? Yeah, that's the budget, right? We went to the Burger King, right? And in that Burger King, we see another guy with 2 chocolate bars, another kid, right?
Oh,
I was like, this is literally the line for everyone who just got robbed by these 2 crackheads. But yeah, that shit was that. I like crackheads.
Yeah, that shit just happened to me at New Orleans. So what they do there is they're like, yo, you got some nice shoes. I can guess where they're from, and they do some bullshit like they clean them or some shit. And they're like, so me and Brian are standing there, and then he's like, $5 a shoe. Like, after he's done with all this shit, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I don't even know what the fuck you did. And like, I wasn't even trying to talk to you. I was just trying to keep walking. But like, she was pregnant and shit, so I wasn't trying to like disrespect. And then I was like, alright, bet. Like, we'll just give him singles. So I was like, yo, I didn't have cash, so I was like, Jesse, give him singles. Jesse whips out a fucking 20, gives her a 20 for all 4 shoes.
You can really tell a lot about a place based off of what type of crackheads they have.
Yeah.
Right? There's some like really docile crackhead places, right? Where the crackheads are just like
Sleepy.
Like just sleepy, chill, right? And then there's this crackhead, like aggressive crackhead places, right? Like those are the places that, you know, shit get popping. Yeah, but anyway, I like crackheads, right?
How did we get here?
Huh? I don't know how we got here.
We was on Crazy Rich Asians.
And then we went to crackheads.
How?
Cause I think Akil was giving crackhead tendencies towards me, so
Oh no, the shitting thing. The 3-hour shit.
Oh, yeah, the 3 hour shit.
Next felt numb, and then...
Anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, I did a terrible job moderating that. Alright. Quavo announced solo album is coming in the next, like, I think, I don't know if he gave a time frame, but it's coming soon, right? He's doing the press for it now, so.
I think September.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was like 3 weeks, right? Like, that was like the timeline. How you feel about that? Are you looking forward to it?
He put out 3 singles, so.
I'll be honest.
I mean, like, you see it.
Yeah, mine goes like Offset, Takeoff, and Quavo.
Damn,
Really?
That is a very unpopular opinion.
Yeah, that is an unpopular opinion.
Most people's like Quavo, Offset, and Takeoff, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. I would say the popular opinion is just Quavo just because mainstream hits, right?
Yeah. See, I like more like the rappers versus like flow people more than.
But I think Quavo raps better.
I think
I'm not saying
Quavo's a
Quavo's
musical
trash.
talent. Yeah.
No, I think like he raps better than Takeoff.
Why Takeoff though?
Yeah, why Takeoff?
You ever hear Fight Night? That's him.
Oh, really?
But that's a singular
I
song.
think.
No, you're right.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
He was in Eye to Eye, but Quavo was in that too.
Who's that guy?
That was with when Travis and Quavo put out an album.
Oh, the Black.
I'm just thinking that, like, I don't know, like, I feel like I don't have enough material from Offset by himself. Sorry, not Offset, Takeoff by himself, right? For me to make that, right? Like, I wouldn't be mad at people who put Offset ahead of Quavo.
Yeah.
You know, if you're more rap heavy, trap heavy, right? I would say
But I don't
Offset as
understand
well.
Takeoff over Quavo.
Yeah, Takeoff
That's
is an
kinda
interesting pick.
Yeah.
Like
Those are some crackhead opinions.
Fight Night, right? That's like well, it was like Versace, then Hannah Montana, then Fight Night, and then it became like Bad and Bougie.
Yeah, and that's but
Those are all
also
Takeoff.
think about it. That's when they got
They were all
popping.
together. Hannah Montana.
Yeah, no, they were all together.
I knew like Migos before Bad.
Yeah,
and Bougie.
no.
Yeah.
But I'm saying for the general consumer, right?
That's why I mean in that case shouldn't it be Offset was popular, but I guess Quavo's a hook dude, right?
Yeah, Quavo's hooks, right?
He
And
did make like
hooks, more features,
Yeah.
right? He's the more featureable artist, right?
It's like Ray Sherman.
Yeah.
Sway
I like
Lee.
Sway Lee.
Sway Lee,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sway Lee.
Are you? Is that another unpopular crackhead
No,
opinion?
Sway Lee,
Slim
Oh,
Jim.
okay. I just wanted to see where you were on the crackhead spectrum. Were you an LA crackhead or a New York crackhead?
Yeah, it should be good.
Yeah.
Actually no, the singles.
The singles were okay.
Yeah.
I think that was the consensus.
I like working.
it didn't really work.
Yeah.
It didn't really work on radio. Like I don't think it got the play that like what you would expect, right, from a Quavo project.
Nah, I thought it was trash. Lamb was trash. Lamb Talk.
Yeah.
That was a trash song.
The
What
one
was that
song
other
with
song?
Cardi was trash too. Was that Lamb Talk?
Nah.
Did he have a single with Cardi?
Damn, I swear 2 weeks ago you were saying those songs were good.
I like Working Me. That's the only one I like.
Mm.
Working Me was fire. I still listen to it.
It's one of those crackheads that lies.
Yeah.
Anything for a 8-ball.
I didn't like Lamb Talk though.
Okay.
I thought it was a
Yeah,
trash
yeah,
song.
I agree.
That shit was trash. I think.
Alright, anyway, yeah, so Quavo album, we don't really have much more info than that, so, alright, it should be good. We'll see.
Oh, Boot Up was nice.
Yeah.
I don't know about the remix.
Yeah. Anyway, the only Boot Up I listened to is the T-Pain version, because that shit was hard.
I haven't heard that.
T-Pain remix? Oh, you guys are trash. You haven't heard the Boot Up T-Pain? Oh,
the
my
last-
god.
Didn't T-Pain just put out an album?
No, but T-Pain did get arrested for a gun yesterday.
But he's
At
like,
the airport.
is he putting out songs like?
He's
all
doing
the
he's
songs
doing like that every Friday thing.
Yeah.
So like I don't know if it's the album, but it's songs. I'm sure T-Pain has just like a long ass like files and
Yeah.
files of fucking songs. Just
Did you
'cause
see
T-Pain-
that Commercial? Everything Must Go, like on YouTube. Where I think that was like the promo for the album.
Oh, album, yeah.
Yeah.
No, because he's putting out songs that are like super old. Like he has a song with Joe Budden that apparently was recorded like 3 years ago that
Yeah.
hasn't seen the light of day
Yeah,
until
yeah.
like now, right?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel like somebody who's just as talented as T-Pain like probably has like just like like so many songs in like the reserves
Him,
that haven't
Chris
made
Brown.
it. Yeah, Chris Brown definitely. I mean, Chris
Yeah,
Brown
Chris
basically
Brown.
gave us all the songs he had with that like 70 song
Oh, yeah.
album.
40.
Yeah,
that
40, yeah.
track album.
Yeah, Heartbreak on the Moon, right? Like Chris Brown was like, here's all the shit that I didn't get to put on my album, and here it is. But it was still all really good, right?
And they put out an album right after that too, right?
Yeah, he put out the Christmas version or whatever.
Yeah.
Kanye went back to Chicago.
Good.
I heard.
I
saw
will
the
stay there
tweets.
for a while.
Yo, Kanye really off the shits now. Have you seen
Kanye-
him wearing those oversized
Yeah,
Yeezys now?
Bro, this shit look fully. I'm gonna be honest.
You really
What?
have some crackhead opinions, bro.
Bro, they're like pajamas.
You're an idiot.
Bro, that's what they wear.
They're like huge.
Yeah, I think that's more like a.
Satirical.
I don't know if he's like smart like that. Maybe.
Do you think he's still running for president?
No.
I
The
think
Rock
LeBron
is.
would be a better fit.
I don't want to see. Why do we want to see like celebrities in being president? Why can't we see like a political person being a president?
No, I'm saying LeBron would be a better fit.
No, I'm saying, I'm not saying just us, right? Like I'm saying like people in general, like
Yeah,
yo.
because you don't know like what you don't know these political people. You're not like, hey, I want.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
shut the fuck up.
I want like who going around saying like kids at least who going around saying like I want Obama as president before he became
Yeah,
president.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Listen, I love The Rock, right?
The Rock should be
But I
president.
don't want to see that eyebrow thing in the White House. Like
Why not?
after, bro,
That's
after
really
every
You see,
state of,
like,
after every State of the Union, he just does the eyebrow thing. Like, bro, get the fuck out of my
Do that shit
TV.
again.
I think it's the same. I want to say the same. I think there's a similarity with Trump, right? He has a celebrity status.
Oh yeah.
So I guess the people that are fans of what The Apprentice or some shit,
Who the fuck is
Yeah.
a fan of The Apprentice?
like older people, bro. Not
Yeah.
I feel like crackheads watch The Apprentice. Like, this is how I should maneuver.
And then like people are, oh, Donald Trump, I know that dude versus who's the other dude that ran? Oh, Hillary Clinton. Never mind.
Yo, you're trash.
Bro, it's been like
Kanye says.
Russia rigged it.
I hate you. We're not getting into this.
Well, let's get into some crackhead theories.
That's some real crackhead theories, right? Yo, honestly, but have you ever noticed like the campuses, like crackheads around certain college campuses have really interesting like space theories, right? Like they're always the sciencey crackheads.
You're the
I'll
one
be
that
honest,
listens to them.
anytime I see a crackhead,
I
I
just
keep moving.
walk away.
You out here having a conversation.
Yeah.
So you want some tea dog? What, you want to talk about space? Like what?
Yo,
Rob's buying chocolate and fucking talking to these crackheads.
$9.
yo, no, it's interesting because like, y'all ever watch Men in Black where they find out like every crackhead is basically like an alien?
Yeah.
I was on the subway. Right? This dude he kept like peeking out, right? And just like with his whole like attire was made with like newspapers, right? And he just kept peeking out, right? And I was just like, and he kept mumbling. He kept mumbling like math equations, right? And I was like, yo, this dude is probably figuring out some shit. He's probably like curing something.
Well,
You
you
would
probably
think
said X
so.
plus Y is equal to 3. You out here like, oh shit, genius.
Listen, if he figured out X plus Y equals 3, that's some hard shit, bro.
What?
If he knows the true value of Y.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know.
Did you guys see Lauryn Hill? These claims I feel like have existed for a while now, right? But now, like,
Huh? Someone probably.
Somebody recently like re-put it up, dude. Yeah, can you get that name? So anyway, the claim being that Lauryn Hill did not give credit where credit was due. Not to say that they weren't saying that like, oh, she didn't write any of it, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about miseducation of Lauryn Hill, by the way.
Yeah.
But the critique was that she didn't give all the credit where credit was due in terms of producing, in terms of some inputs. Right?
Is that up to her though? I don't know if that's on the artist or like that's the
No, but
producer or composer.
I think like people were just mad at like the lack of transparency. But basically, she came out, shot that
she's
shit
from
down.
Jersey.
Yeah, Lauryn
Yeah.
Hill, of course.
Yeah.
You didn't know that? All the Fugees are from Jersey. Yeah. But it's just like, I just think as a artist, like it's probably annoying for her, right? Because that album's been out for so long now, and to now have to go back and defend it. And this is what I mean for the Eminem thing too, right? As an artist, like why do I want to go back and just completely address shit, right? Especially when my legacy is cemented, right? Like at some level, like Lauryn Hill, like she's not gonna change her perception now, right, of who she is.
I don't think it's her fault though. Like,
No, but
she's probably not the one making those decisions at the end of the day.
yeah. But you could be, as an artist, potentially be more transparent. That is a good point though. Like
Yeah.
I never thought about it. Like yo, they are honestly not the ones
They
making
just like
the calls.
they make the music, they sing, and
Yeah.
then, like someone puts it together. Like I'm
I'm
sure like they have a say, like put this song first and like
Yeah.
make it cohesive. Like I know Kendrick's like really good at
Yeah.
that. But I'm sure like when like the album comes out, you have like the CD copy and the back credits. I'm sure like
They're not doing But that's something that we understand, but I think the court of public opinion, like that shit doesn't matter, right? Like,
Yeah.
they're just like, fuck you, right?
I mean, bro, no one said nothing when Drake was, the writing rumors.
No, I think I think it hit
No, I think it had an impact on his like.
rap credibility. That I think that's the only thing it affected. It didn't affect his career in the long run, right? It affected his like conversation of like the conversation
Best
we had,
rapper.
right? Top 5 rappers. Like we can't put Drake there anymore, right?
You can't.
But we can put him as top 5 careers,
Yeah.
right? Like that doesn't change. I feel like this is always on my like topic sheet. Like Nicki, like I literally just put Nicki is wildin' again, and then I just keep that week to week.
2 weeks ago she was born.
She was always wildin'. She's still wildin'.
So on about
That
the
Queen
rap
Radio
shit.
is
I thought
listen.
That was last.
That was last week. There was no podcast last week.
No, but I mean like 3 weeks ago.
Nah, that was when
the
Queen
trap thing.
came
I think
out.
yeah. It's interesting that like I don't know if it's an unpopular opinion, but just a prediction. Queen Radio is gonna be a hit.
Probably. People
Like
like
her radio, her podcast, right?
Bro, she has a lot of fans.
No, that combined with her personality is good for podcasting, right?
Yeah.
Like the wildin', it's entertaining to watch.
Yeah, it's like her girl.
Yeah, and she's getting people who go on that show to say some wild shit. And
And
it's
you see that one Twitter video where it's like Nicki Minaj is on the phone and then they're like, it's like a lot of people claim they wrote my music. Drake, Lil Wayne, Chick-fil-A employee.
I hate you.
Do you see it? Do you see it?
No.
Nah, I see it. That's just not funny.
This is
as
some
hell.
crackhead things.
Keep talking. I'll find it.
Yeah, but I definitely think that'll be a hit. Like she got Tyga to go on and say basically like I'm good, love, and joy about the whole Kylie situation, right? Like she's gonna be able to get that going, right? And
I haven't heard any of it.
the Queen Radio,
Yeah, it's good.
good as in like what, like substance? I don't think so.
I don't know. You listen to crackheads. You like talk to them.
Entertaining? Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. On the same measure, it's entertaining.
It's on the same measure.
It is.
So it's like listening to a crackhead. It's listening to Queen Radio.
Okay, this one, the Childish Gambino, that's Nicki and Travis.
They're just playing.
That's Kanye.
This Kanye and Michelle Obama.
Um,
Yeah, I mean, Childish Gambino is just like an amazing creative, right? Like he's just
Yeah.
always doing some new, interesting shit, right?
Is that Gucci?
Probably. He's just like, I don't know, like it's just interesting. Like it's interesting as in the fact that like it's entertaining to watch.
Yeah,
It's
I see that.
it's hype. It's like thing. You'll get a lot of hot sound bites from it, right?
Yeah.
But outside of that,
I think it's very wavy.
yeah, like it's not a huge thing. This is something that just caught my eye, and I like had to share it. Like this was like, I'm just gonna do this a dramatic reading of this, right?
That was a picture.
No, it's not a picture, bro.
I thought it was a video.
Damn. Alright, entertain people, Vic. Come on. Give me something while I find
Chance?
this up. What about Chance?
I haven't watched it. How's the video?
What Chance?
No, Childish. Childish made that video.
Yeah.
You watched it, right? Okay. The video with Childish.
I mean, like, Childish always, like, super fucking, like, creative, right? Like, just, like, he's one of those, like, uber creative people, right?
You watch his TV show, Atlanta?
Yo, that's a good ass show.
I love damn, I forgot their names now.
Paperboy?
Paperboy and his boy.
Oh, the guy who in the first season he like
Skinny.
makes him trade his phone, and he's like, "Oh, you'll get the money in like a couple months."
Damn, I forgot his name. That dude.
Who?
The skinny one who always hanging with Paperboy.
Yeah.
The crackhead looking dude.
Yeah.
He's like,
You would like him.
Does he have interesting conversations?
Yeah.
it's,
He's like mad smart.
yeah, it's like
Yeah.
that. It's like he's stupid and smart.
Yeah.
Interesting. Why can't I find this? This is kind of upsetting me.
What are you reading?
I'm trying to. Can you find it?
Yep.
You
Was I supposed to be playing music?
are later. You should be connected.
Oh shit. That was not a. Is it I2U?
Yes, it is.
What are you looking for?
What? I'm trying to find this. If I can't find it,
What's it called?
It's about to be an L. It's on like the Shaderoom. I can't find it. Tweeted screenshots of a status.
What are you looking for?
This crazy shit I saw on fucking thing. Damn. This is definitely getting cut out. Screenshots of wedding. Cancel.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
The wedding.
No, she canceled it because she wanted a bunch of hosts to pay, for like to have her dream wedding, and then the people who came didn't want to like pay like that much money. She was asking for like a G from everybody, and then they're like, "Oh, we're not coming," so she like canceled the shit.
I found it. Thank God. I'm so hyped to read this. You guys have no idea. I practiced my reading for this.
It's like sit back.
Yeah, please sit back, enjoy. This is gonna be a good time. Oh fuck. Damn, I hate how Twitter's like image thing is.
What's the name of the dude? I'll pull it up on my phone.
Alright. I got it, bro. Alright, we got this. This is gonna be a long read, alright. We're gonna get through this. Dear friends, it comes with great sadness. I hate when people say like dear friends, like I'm not your friend, shut up. It comes with great sadness that I am
Why you
announcing
looking at
the
him?
cancellation of the wedding. I apologize for canceling only 4 days beforehand. Unfortunately, Blank and I have broken up due to some recent and irreparable problems. We have decided. Irreparable.
Why do you sound like that?
Shut up. It's my dramatic reading.
They broke up 4 days before getting married.
It's getting into the story.
Crazy.
We have decided to end our relationship and not go forth with any future proceedings. However, we are remaining civil and are still a team for our son. Don't you hate that? You know, there's no civility behind them.
It's like logic.
After hours
2 mil.
of tears, mental exhaustion,
Just like
and
time.
even disassociation, I hate you all. Shut up. I have come to this decision. In 1 hour after posting the status, I'm going to delete my Facebook. Thank God, you should not have a Facebook. Social media has caused me only paranoia and toxicity. Toxicity. I will be spending these next few months backpacking in South America. Damn, you should have put that money towards the wedding. Exploring my soul and ridding myself of toxic energy brought on by my own friends and family. When I'm ready, please don't contact me. I may make a new Facebook and add friends and family that haven't fucking stabbed me in the back. Bro, nobody's gonna accept that friend request right after this wedding. Fuck no.
You like listen to Crackhead, so you might accept this.
I will not accept her friend request. How did this all come crashing down? Well, I invite you all on Facebook, players, bystanders, and side characters of the people in my life, to take a seat and listen. Oh damn, she's really like selling this. She's telling the whole story right here. Even if you weren't invited to my wedding, I don't care. You might hear of the drama and I'd rather you hear it from me. Before I begin this mini novel, I invite all of you, including the cunts who have ruined my marriage and life, to put yourselves in my shoes. Yeah, she said cunts. She was like, y'all ruined my marriage.
Yeah, she wasn't feeling it.
She was really about. My girl was in her feelings. First things first, we were a fairy tale. I met the love of my life at 14. We were both young, but somehow we just knew we were meant to be. Don't you hate when girls know that they're meant to be? I'm like, shut up. You don't know that we're meant to be. I don't even know what I'm meant to be. I don't know how you know what we're meant to be. He put a ring on my finger. Alright, I'm skipping through their bullshit. Alright, so anyway, let's get to the fuck shit. We managed to save up nearly $15,000 for a wedding. Since our love was like a fairy tale, we wanted an extravagant, blowout wedding. One where our son could be included. Yeah, that's the important part. The son being included apparently cost them like $700,000, right? Anyway, a local psychic told us to go with the more expensive option, and we thought, why the hell not? Yo! I didn't even know that part. So she said they were touring venues, and the local psychic told her to go with the more expensive option. That local psychic is definitely sponsored by the venues.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the local psychic was like, no. You should spend an
Bro, it
additional
was probably a random crackhead she saw. He's like, yeah, spend some more money. In the process, give me some.
Yo, can we clap for the guy?
What is
The guy, he got out.
Yo,
4 days before the wedding?
no, hold on.
That's
I'm not done with this. I'm not off this local
My
psychic. The local psychic. The local psychic is a crackhead who figured out how to do magic for a little bit, right? Like, shut up.
X plus Y is 3.
X plus Y is 3, and then
That's all it took.
spend $600,000, right? Alright. Anyway, they said, why the hell not? She asked, why the hell not? Maybe because you can't afford it, right? Anyway, we just needed a little push. Our dream wedding amounted to $60,000, all included with flights to Aruba.
Damn.
All we asked for was for a little help with our friends and family. I specifically asked for cash gifts. How could we have our wedding that we dreamed of without proper funding? We sacrificed. What the fuck did she sacrifice? Damn. We sacrificed so much and only asked each guest for around $1,500. We talked to a few people who even promised us more to make our dream come true. My maid of honor, who shall not be named, pledged $5,000 along with her planning services. We tearfully thanked and accepted. My ex's family offered to contribute $3,000.
What? Oh, like a current ex?
Yeah.
What word? I thought she had another ex.
No. Yeah, that's wild. Your ex. That's when you know you're so crazy. Your ex wants you off the market. Like, girl, I do not want to see you anymore.
Here's $3,000.
Here's $3,000. Please go get married. So our request for $1,500 for all other guests was not fucking out of the ordinary. Is it not out of the? Is that ordinary? You asked me for $1,500. I'm not showing up at your wedding. Yo, I've seen my dad do some savage shit. My dad said sometimes when the food was bad, he takes out some money. Like,
yo, that's crazy.
No.
Yo,
He not takes out the money. Takes out the money that he was gonna give.
Yeah.
Like, if it was like, yo, he was gonna give like $500, like be like, all right, this food was not $500 worth.
Take $100 out. Go to
Anyway.
McDonald's after, ball out.
Exactly. Like, we made it clear, if you couldn't contribute, you weren't invited to our exclusive wedding. It's a once-in-a-lifetime party. Your wedding is not a once-in-a-lifetime party. I'm sure people could have missed it.
Crazy Rich Asians was crazy.
Yeah. So we went out.
They're fucking crazy.
So we sent out RSVPs, and only 8 people replied and sent us the check. We were fucking living. Damn, I'm surprised she got 8 people to send a check. I would have put the over-under at like 1 person, and it would have been her ex, bro.
Her ex that wanted to get married.
How is this supposed to happen with a little help from our friends? To make matters worse, my ex's family took back their offer. Yeah, that's when you know. The ex was like, yo, you bugging.
That's crazy.
Suddenly, more people backed out, including the cunt maid of honor, my best friend since childhood, my second family. Shut up. I was so shocked and tearful. To make matters worse, it was only a month before the wedding. To cancel everything would have been more than $5,000. Why don't you take the donation money and spend that? Desperately, we resent our invites and asked more people to donate what they could. I mean, seriously, people, what is $1,000? What is $1,500? Girl, why don't you get the $1,500?
Exactly.
Clearly not a lot. It would have been quite manageable and within budget. Damn, I do not have money budgeted for your weddings, guys.
Me neither, bro.
I don't have money budgeted for my own wedding. Neither did she, apparently. Yo, this girl talking about a budget. She doesn't have a budget.
That's like you messed everything up.
Yeah. How you gonna talk shit when you don't got the money?
I've heard of people asking for more. I've never heard of people asking for more.
I've never even heard you gotta give money.
Maybe she shouldn't have spent all that money at other people's weddings and put it to her own wedding.
I'm so mad. Anyway, my ex came into the room and offered to get a Vegas wedding done. I laughed in his face, but he was dead serious. He wanted those cheap, raggedy, filthy, whore-like Vegas weddings. I mean, what the fuck? Yo, Vegas weddings are underrated. Listen,
Yeah,
Vegas is nice. Was he out of his mind?
Nice,
Am I some huge piece of fucking trash? A hooker? Yeah, ma. You asking for money for your wedding. You are exactly that.
Okay.
Am I supposed to like the idea of getting married in the heart of shady gamblers, alcoholics, and get-rich-fast fallacy? This sounds like a get-rich-fast fallacy. Like,
Yeah.
give me
Bro,
give me
if you want to get
60K.
married today, we would be like, yo, 60K everyone? Like,
60K? Yeah, I bet. Suddenly, my body began to shake as I entered a panic attack.
Huh?
My ex left the room and didn't apologize for his horrid suggestion, and then I called my maid of honor and cried my eyes out. Instead of sympathy, I was told that I was asking for way too much and I should stick to my budget. I mean, no words can describe how somebody who offered me thousands of fucking dollars then deny me my promised money. She capitalized the my. Bitch, that is not your money. And then tell me to shift down my budget. She knows my fucking dream was a blowout wedding. I just wanted to be a Kardashian for a day and then live like a normal person. Just for a day. That's not normal.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna take a wild guess. Is she white?
We can figure this out later.
Probably.
I called her a filthy fucking poor excuse of a friend and I hung up. Then she blocked me off all social media. Yeah, I would have too.
Yeah.
I don't want to see your DMs for Cash App money. Right? Imagine like a Venmo request.
Cash App.
60 grand.
Like 60 grand. And then like in the description you have like the bride emoji. Like, bitch, get off my Venmo. Then she blocked me. My bridesmaids climbed on the boat with my maid of honor and dissed me. They essentially told me I was crazy and asked for their deposit back. So I said, fuck you. I refuse to give it back until they can pay back for their emotional distress.
What the
She
fuck?
wants payment for her emotional distress. We are charging everything now, right? If you tap my leg, I'm gonna be like, yo, no, I want money for that, right? That was emotional distress.
That's crazy.
Blah,
Wait,
blah,
so
blah,
he
yeah.
left with her maid of honor?
Essentially, that was the end of it. Max started to talk to my maid of honor and gossip about me behind my
Yo,
back.
give that man a
I
round of
overheard him
applause.
talking in the basement when he called me a stuck-up bitch. Yo, honestly, this ex did amazing. He walked away, 15,000 cheaper or whatever. His
Took the maid of
contribution
honor.
went. Took the dodged the crazy woman, and took the maid of honor.
That's fucking
Shout out to
fire.
my
Yeah,
man.
my God.
Yo, my man really came out on top. He said, "Fuck this wedding."
Bro, what the
Alright, I'm off this. We got sleepers. Like this is
Yeah,
too much.
fine.
I can't top this. There's nothing else that I could do.
Oh, there's more.
Oh shit, there's more. Oh wait, there's more. What is the matter to you? Just give me my fucking money for my wedding. I won't even sugarcoat it. I won't even pretend that's not what I wanted. It was for a dream. I was stabbed, cheated on, and worked. Goodbye. See you in 2 months. Friendly reminder to you cunts. Don't think you own me. I'm
See you
cutting
in
on.
2 months.
She's going on her
South
backpacking
America.
trip that apparently she can now
Oh,
afford.
yeah.
I'm living my life alone now. I only let in those I believe have good intentions. XOXO.
Wait, so did she take that money that her maid of honor and her ex gave and went on the backpacking trip?
Thanks.
Wow, this is insane. And then they have cousin things if you guys are interested in reading that in your own time. Her name is Susan.
She's white.
Her name is Susan.
That makes sense.